xin lỗi nhá. Cô xin lỗi là cô không muốn là cháu ảnh hưởng đến gia đình nhà cô, là ảnh hưởng đến cháu ạ. Anh Úc Vinh, tôi quan tâm. Cô vừa chưa cô vừa không?
The early morning mist draped Ly Tu Diep's modest farm like a delicate veil, the air heavy with the rich, damp scent of soaked earth and the faint tang of splintered wood, remnants of the previous night's ferocious storm and landslide. The first light of dawn crept over the horizon, painting the ravaged landscape in soft grays and silvers, where broken fences and scattered debris told a story of survival. Tu Diep stirred awake in her small, weathered room, her face still softened by the remnants of dreams. She rose quietly, splashing cold water from a chipped enamel basin onto her cheeks, the icy shock jolting her into the day. Stepping into the courtyard, she paused, her breath catching as she spotted Tieu James slumped in a rickety wooden chair beneath a sagging awning. His tailored suit jacket crumpled and his broad shoulders hunched from a sleepless night outdoors. The storm's aftermath had kept him here, and exhaustion carved deep lines into his face. Tu Diep approached, her bare feet brushing the damp ground, her voice a gentle mix of concern and teasing. James, did you really sleep out here all night? Weren't you planning to go home? That chair must have wrecked your back. James stirred, his eyes fluttering open, a groan escaping as he rubbed his stiff neck. Yeah, I meant to head out, but sleep ambushed me. This chair's torture, my back's screaming. It's late already, isn't it? Time to shake off the rust. I've got work piling up. Tu Diep tilted her head, her gaze sweeping the yard littered with storm debris. Have you fed the chickens and ducks yet? I just rolled out of bed myself. I'll get to them soon. James stretched, wincing as his joints protested. Just a dull ache. I'll drag myself home soon. Need a shower and to sort out some business downstairs. Got to prep for the day ahead. Tu Diep's face brightened, brushing dirt from her hands. I was thinking of harvesting something today. Maybe salvage what the storm left behind. James managed a tired smile, rising with effort. Then let me take you. Grab your work clothes and we'll hunt for something to gather. Keep your mind off this mess. Tu Diep hesitated, then nodded. All right, but my back's stiff too. I should have joined you out here instead of that lumpy mat inside. She ducked back inside, emerging minutes later with a worn book tucked under her arm, her hair tied back with a faded ribbon. Done? Let's stash this book inside too. It's too precious to get ruined, she said, slinging a tattered bag over her shoulder. They set off toward a neighbor's property, the path winding past flooded fields and leaning trees, the vibrant red vi fruit gleaming on high branches, a scene echoing the lush harvests captured in the photos. James pointed ahead, his voice lifting. Look, there's a Vi tree over there, heavy with fruit. Let's ask the old lady if she'll let us pick some. Tu Dien grabbed a long bamboo pole from a nearby shed, its surface smooth from years of use, and approached the tree with determination. She called out, her voice carrying over the morning stillness. Ba oi! Zao ba! Can we pick your Vi? Are they for sale? The elderly woman appeared on her porch, her figure framed by the greenery in the images, a warm smile creasing her weathered face. Go ahead, Chow, help yourselves. Take what you need. Tu Dien beamed, turning to James. Thanks, Ba, we'll get started. But as they began, Tu Dien glanced at him, her tone shifting. On James, maybe you should head back to your work. I can handle this alone. James sighed, running a hand through his disheveled hair. All right, I'll go. Take care, Nay, don't overdo it. He turned to leave, his footsteps heavy on the muddy path. Alone now, Tu Dien focused on the task, the bamboo pole tapping rhythmically against the branches as clusters of ripe Vi tumbled to the ground, their red skins catching the sunlight like jewels. She moved with practiced ease, gathering the fallen fruit into neat piles, her hands deftly tying them into large, sturdy bunches with twine she brought along. The weight of each bundle grew, a tangible promise of small earnings to ease their burdens. These are huge, look at this bunch, she exclaimed to herself, holding up a particularly plump cluster, its richness mirroring the harvest scenes in the photos. She worked methodically, her brow beading with sweat as the morning heat intensified, the mosquitoes buzzing around her legs. Another cluster fell, and she inspected it closely. This one's the biggest yet, but it's a bit green, still tasty though. She continued, her mind drifting to the farm's future. If I can sell these, maybe I can help Jack rebuild, she thought, her resolve strengthening. Finally, she approached the old woman again, her voice respectful. Ba oi, I'll leave some money for you. Gotta run now to sell these. The woman nodded, her eyes crinkling with gratitude, and Tu Dien hefted her basket, the Vi bunches swaying as she headed toward the market, her steps light with newfound purpose. The forest sprawled before James and his new business partner, On Duk, an untamed expanse of towering trees swaying gently in the humid breeze, their trunks mirroring the rugged, wooded landscapes captured in the photos. The narrow dirt path leading into the plantation was slick with mud from recent downpours, the air thick with the scent of wet bark, damp leaves, and the faint musk of earth stirred by the storm. James' car rumbled to a stop at the edge of the forest, its tires sinking slightly into the softened ground. On Duk, waiting near a cluster of young saplings, his boots caked with mud, muttered under his breath. Where's James? Took him long enough to get here. James stepped out, the humidity clinging to his skin as he adjusted his rolled-up sleeves, extending a hand in greeting. On Duk, right? I've been here a bit. The rains turned this place into a swamp. I heard you've got 2 timber hills up for sale. Duk nodded, his expression serious as he wiped sweat from his brow, adjusting the brim of his weathered cap. Yep, 5,000 trees in total. They're over 15 years old, prime quality wood. I've got Tuan's representative here to finalize the deal directly with you. James followed him into the dense grove, the sun breaking through the canopy in jagged rays, casting dappled light across the forest floor, much like the serene yet rugged scenes in the images. Let's take a look. The weather's brutal after these rains. Summer's in full swing now. These hills, they're about 10 to 15 years old. Duc corrected with a hint of pride, his voice steady over the rustle of leaves. 13 years actually, well-grown, sturdy, and ready for harvest. They trekked deeper into the first hill, the ground uneven beneath their boots, roots snaking across the path like veins. James ran a hand over a massive trunk, its bark rough and cool under his fingers, the girth impressive even to his seasoned eye. Wow, these are something else. Maybe 70 million per tree? I've had buyers circling for a while, but the price was never right. Duc grinned, stepping back to take in the tree's full height, its branches stretching toward the sky. From a distance they look modest, don't they? But up close they're giants, over 10 meters tall, some even more. This hill's the pride of the region. James nodded, his mind flashing to similar inspections he'd seen in the photos. The towering timber lots a testament to years of careful growth. I've scouted this area before, haven't met the owner yet though. This is one of the best lots around, worth every bit of effort to acquire. Let's get to the point. With 5,000 trees, what's your asking price? Duc leaned against a nearby tree, his arms crossed, his tone firm but open. I'd want 700 million VND. That reflects their quality and the care I've put into them. James frowned, his mind already calculating the logistics, the numbers ticking over like a ledger in his head. That's reasonable, but the location's a real challenge. We're 50 kilometers from the city. Transport costs will be steep. Fuel, labor, maybe 100 trips to haul it all out. I'd offer 650 million. Duc sighed, his gaze drifting to the trees as if weighing their worth against the offer, his arms uncrossing. That's a 50 million cut. I hate to lose that much. These trees are unmatched around here, you know that. James countered smoothly, his voice calm but persuasive. We know their value on Duc, but the haul's a logistical nightmare. 650 million splits the difference. It helps us both out, keeps the deal fair. Duc paused, his jaw tightening as he considered, then finally relented with a slow nod. Fine, 650 million it is. Let's shake on it. James smiled, clapping Duc's shoulder with a firm grip, sealing the agreement. Deal. I'll draft the contract, maybe we can sign tomorrow or the day after. We'll put down 400 million as a deposit to secure it. Duc nodded, his tone shifting to caution as he glanced around the forest, the threat of more rain evident in the darkening sky. Just harvest fast once it's mine. Don't let it sit too long. I'd rather see it put to use quickly. James followed his gaze, noting the clouds gathering overhead, the air growing heavier with the promise of another storm. It's rainy season. Harvesting might need to wait 2 months. The wet ground complicates everything, and we can't risk the trucks getting stuck. Duc agreed, his voice practical. Makes sense. I'll wait the 2 months. Give you the go-ahead when the ground dries out. Just keep me updated. James pulled out his phone, jotting a quick note to himself. I'll update Tien tonight about the deal. Let's head back before the rain hits again. As they walked back to the car, James muttered under his breath, a wry smile tugging at his lips. Lost 50 million to that negotiation, smooth talker that one. But it's a fair deal for both sides. Meanwhile, Ly Tu Diep had reached the bustling city market, her basket brimming with the vibrant bunches she'd harvested earlier, their red skins gleaming like rubies under the morning sun. The market was a chaotic symphony of life, vendors shouting over each other to sell their wares, mangoes, bananas, and fresh greens, while customers haggled with practiced ease, the scene echoing the vibrant energy of the photos. Tu Diep found a spot near a fruit vendor, a middle-aged woman with a kind smile, and spread her cloth on the ground, arranging the Vi with care, each bunch a testament to her morning's labor. "That Vi, picked this morning sweet and ripe," she called out, her voice clear and confident, cutting through the market's din. An elderly man in a faded conical hat approached, his eyes lighting up as he tasted one, the juice staining his fingers. "Sweet with a bit of tang, perfect. Give me a kilo," he said, handing over a crumpled bill. A young mother followed, her children tugging at her skirt, their eyes wide with excitement. "Can we have some, Ma?" one pleaded, and the mother relented, buying 2 kilos after a quick taste. The sales came quickly, a steady stream of customers drawn by the fruit's quality, some praising its freshness, others haggling for a small discount, their voices a lively hum around Tu Dien's small stall. Within an hour, her stock had nearly vanished, only a small bag reserved for the old woman who'd let her harvest the fruit. Tu Dien pocketed her earnings, a modest but meaningful sum, her heart lifting with a quiet pride. She turned to the vendor beside her, her voice warm with gratitude. "Gee, thank you for letting me share your spot. It made all the difference." The woman waved her off with a smile, but Tu Dien pressed a few coins into her hand for the borrowed scale, tucking it into her basket for future use. The market was beginning to quiet, vendors packing up as the morning rush faded, and Tu Dien began her journey back to the camp, the sun now high and unrelenting. The camp was spotless when Tu Dien picked up a lush Vi bunch, its red fruit a heartfelt gift for James' mother. She approached the elegant house, its porch framed by verdant trees like the photos, her pulse quickening with a mix of nerves and hope. Inside, James' mother greeted her with a warm smile, her eyes crinkling kindly. "I've been busy so I couldn't visit, Co. I brought some Vi for you," Tu Dien said, offering the fruit with a slight bow. The older woman took it, inspecting the cluster with delight. "How's your health, Chow? You look better, less worn." Tu Dien nodded, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I'm good now, Co. The trip wasn't too hard, just a long walk." The mother popped a Vi into her mouth, her expression brightening. "These are delicious, sweet with a tart edge. Did your family grow them?" Tu Dien shook her head, a shy smile playing on her lips. "No, Co, they're from a neighbor's tree, lucky find." The mother nodded approvingly. "This variety's lovely. Maybe James should plant it. A bit tart though, typical Vita. Fits the local taste." She leaned closer, her tone softening. "Tell me, how are you and James? He's mentioned you a few times." Tu Dien's cheeks flushed as memories of the previous night surfaced. "He came by yesterday, Co. We talked it out. No misunderstandings left." It was a relief. The mother sighed, her shoulders relaxing. "Good. Clear things up if they arise. I don't want tension between you. Keep trying, Nay. I didn't expect you to be so kind and grounded." Tu Dien hesitated, her voice lowering. "Well, masked men attacked me recently. James' friend Tung saved me, he's bruised from it. I took him to the farm to thank him, and James saw us. We've sorted it out. Tung and I are just friends, nothing more." The mother's brow furrowed, concern deepening her gaze. "Why would anyone harm you? You're so gentle and good-hearted." Tu Dien's voice dropped further. "Tung said they're James' rivals, maybe John trying to take his company. They're targeting his family, and I got caught in it." The mother gasped, her hand flying to her chest. "John? I've heard whispers. Are you hurt, Chow?" Tu Dien shook her head quickly. "I'm fine, Co, don't worry. It's just a shock. I got dragged into this, but I'm okay." The mother's eyes softened with empathy. "I'm so sorry, Chow. James and I want you to stay here a while, safer that way. What do you think?" Tu Diep fidgeted with the hem of her shirt. The camp feels safe, Ko. I don't want to burden your family. The mother reached for her hand, her grip warm and firm. I care about you, Chow. Be honest. It'd ease James' mind. He's swamped with work. I'm sorry if this pulls you into our mess. Tu Diep's eyes misted, her voice trembling. It's fine, Ko, but your kindness reminds me of my mom. I lost her young. Your care means the world to me. The mother patted her hand gently. I understand, Chow. I lost my parents too. I'd love to be that for you. Someone to lean on when the world feels heavy. Just then James entered, his clothes damp from the rain, his face tense. Mom, I just got back. Floods wrecked our projects. Deep, you've been here long. Tu Diep smiled faintly. Just arrived. The vie's a bit tart, try it. I need to feed the animals though. The mother insisted. Stay for dinner, say hi, let's eat together. Tu Diep demurred. I should go, Ko, my farm's waiting. James nodded. I'll take her back, Mom. I'll protect her. The mother sighed. Be careful, Nay. Visit soon. They stepped outside, mounting a motorbike as the flood's devastation unfolded. Toppled corn stalks, broken levees, and muddy fields mirroring the chaos in the photos. Didn't expect this much damage overnight, Tu Diep murmured, her voice tight. James nodded grimly. That levee's our project. Workers will need to rebuild it. We planned it to help farmers plant rice and corn. They spotted Hung, a local official, noting damages. Chow on James, Hung called. I'm recording flood losses. Your fields took a hit too. James frowned. The floods hit hard, crops ruined, levees gone. Our rice was nearly ready for harvest. Hung sighed. Has the commune set support policies yet? James replied. Document everything, then send it to me. Our company will add private aid. I'll survey worse areas. This is just the start. As they rode off, the weight of their challenges loomed large, a test of their resolve against nature's fury.
Yes, if you know anyone here who is a recent reader or widower, I would appreciate talking to her or him. Again, to my surprise, she told me about Phyllis, a spas health director who had lost her husband several months before. I invited Phyllis to have lunch with me the next day, and we quickly established some common ground. We were about 10 years apart in age, but she had also been with her husband for about 50 years. She talked of how they met and what their life had been like